Hey there! Welcome to Speak English Easily 24/7. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to improve your English every day. Now, stop scrolling for a moment. You've probably seen hundreds of videos like this, right? Different people, different voices, all trying to motivate you, all saying they will change your life. But somehow, you always end up in the same place, stuck. Nothing really changes. But this video isn't just another motivational talk. It's not here to make you feel warm and happy. It's not a hug for your tired heart. This is a wake-up call, a slap of truth. Because right now, you don't need comfort, you need clarity. You don't need someone to tell you everything will be okay. You need someone to tell you, get up and do something. You've been drowning in your own excuses for too long. You keep waiting for the perfect time, for a sign, for someone to come and help you. You blame your parents, your country, your education, your past, anyone but yourself. You hope the world will somehow notice your pain and rescue you. But let's face the truth, nobody is coming to save you. This video isn't here to inspire you with fake positivity. It's here to expose you, to show you every lie you've been telling yourself, every corner you hide in when life gets hard. You might feel angry while listening to this. You might hate me for being so blunt. But if you truly listen, not just hear, but listen, you'll walk away changed. You'll be stronger, colder in the right way, sharper in mind, and hungrier for success. And as a bonus, you'll also improve your English, because I'm speaking with real, simple, direct words. These are words that hit hard, that stick in your head. So, if you're ready to let go of the old version of yourself, the one full of excuses and fear, welcome to your turning point. This is where change begins. Now let's talk about life. Life is not fair, and you need to stop expecting it to be. You keep saying, if only life were a little fairer, I'd be successful too. If I had better parents, more money, or a better education, maybe things would be different. And yes, maybe they would. But that doesn't matter, because life doesn't care. The world doesn't run on fairness or feelings. It runs on effort, results, and persistence. It rewards people who keep going even when everything seems unfair. It listens to those who act, not those who complain. Here's a hard truth. You are not special. You are not the first person to be broke. You are not the first person to feel depressed. You are not the first person to be betrayed, abandoned, or ignored. Countless people before you have suffered, struggled, and still stood tall. The difference is not in their luck, it's in their mindset. You're just one more soul in a fast world that stops for no one. But that doesn't mean you can't rise. It means you must stop waiting for fairness and start building your own power. You can complain or you can change, but you can't do both. So take a deep breath. This is not the end. This is your way up moment. From this second on, stop waiting. Stop wishing. Start moving. There's a 19-year-old boy who wakes up every morning at 4 a.m. He walks 7 kilometers before the sun rises. Where does he go? To a hotel, not to stay there, but to clean the bathrooms. He washes toilets every day. Why? Because he wants to earn enough money to pay for night school. He doesn't have a smartphone. He doesn't waste time posting videos or scrolling through other people's lives. He doesn't complain about how tired he is or how unfair life feels. He just walks. He works. He studies. Day after day, quietly. And one day, that same boy will become the manager, maybe even the owner of that very hotel. The same hotel that doesn't even let him enter through the front door today. Now, look at yourself. You're sitting comfortably, watching Speak English Easily 24/7, waiting for some sudden wave of motivation to hit you like lightning. Be honest, are you serious about changing your life? You have Wi-Fi. You have a phone or computer. You have hands that can work, a mind that can think, and time to use both. Yet what do you do with them? You waste them on self-pity, excuses, and endless overthinking. You keep dreaming about a fair life instead of facing the truth. Wake up, life will never be fair. But here's the twist. That's actually a good thing. It's a gift. Because if life were truly fair, most people would stay exactly where they were born. You'd never get a chance to climb higher. In an unfair world, even someone poor, broken, and ignored still has a chance to rise if they are tough enough, focused enough, and hungry enough. If they stop begging for attention. If they stop waiting for perfect conditions. If they stop crying about who hurt them and instead start building quietly. The people who win are not the ones who sit around wishing for help. They're the ones who look at chaos, pain, and failure and say, "Good. This is my battlefield." Then they stop talking, stop showing off, and start working in silence. So let me ask you honestly, are you still waiting for someone to help you? Are you still hoping that a mentor, a friend, or a miracle will save you? Are you still crying because life has not treated you kindly? If so, you're not ready yet. Because winners don't wait for life to be kind. They get stronger when life is cruel. They don't wish for comfort. They use pain as fuel. You want people to notice you, right? You want others to see how hard you're working, how much you've struggled. You want someone to say, "I'm proud of you. You deserve success." But here's the cold truth: no one's watching. Nobody's going to clap for you. Nobody's going to come and say, "You're amazing." Nobody's going to save you from your own laziness or fear. The sooner you understand that, the sooner you'll start taking real action. The boy who walks 7 kilometers every morning doesn't wait for applause. He doesn't wait for people to understand him. He doesn't need validation. He already knows that success doesn't come to those who cry, it comes to those who keep moving, even when no one is looking. So stop waiting for someone to notice your struggle. Stop needing the world to be fair. Life is unfair, yes, but that's your advantage. Because in this unfair world, you can still rise. You just have to decide that you will. You could be doing everything right, working hard, posting your ideas, trying to make a difference, and still, people will scroll right past you. They won't like your post. They won't comment. They won't share your content. They'll see your effort, your pain, even your struggle, and say nothing. And here's the hardest truth of all: they don't owe you anything. Your parents don't owe you validation. Your friends don't owe you encouragement. Your followers don't owe you likes, shares, or attention. The world doesn't owe you applause just because you tried. Since you were a child, people told you things like, "Good job. You're special. You can do anything." But now you're in the real world, and the real world doesn't work like that. Here, nobody claps for effort. Nobody rewards potential. You are just one name in a list, one face in a crowd, one profile among millions. You are nobody until you prove otherwise. Let me tell you about a girl named Liana from Eastern Europe. She graduated from college full of hope. She sent out 72 job applications. And guess what? Not one company replied. Not a single one. She cried. She screamed. She thought she was invisible. She told herself, "Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm worthless." In desperation, she posted on LinkedIn, hoping someone would see her pain and help her. But nobody cared. No likes, no comments, no messages. Silence. So what did she do? She stopped begging for attention. She decided she didn't need anyone's approval anymore. She opened a small online page for digital marketing. She learned everything from free YouTube videos and free courses. She worked 16 hours a day, every single day, without waiting for motivation or luck. 2 years later, she wasn't asking for jobs anymore. She was running campaigns for the same brands that once rejected her. And guess what happened then? Suddenly, people started noticing her. The same companies that ignored her before said things like, "We always knew you had potential." But that's a lie. They didn't believe in her. They only saw her after she won. And that's how the world works. People see you after your success, not during your struggle. They only clap when the music is loud. So let me ask you, what about you? Are you still refreshing your feed every few minutes, waiting for a like or comment? Are you still hoping someone will finally notice your work, reply to your message, or praise your effort? Are you waiting for your Speak English Easily 24/7 views to explode, as if one viral moment will change your life? You're always waiting for attention, for love, for validation, for someone to tell you that you matter. But every second you waste waiting is a second that someone else, your competitor, your rival, your enemy, is using to get stronger. Right now, somewhere in the world, there's someone who has less than you, less money, less support, less opportunity. They're more tired than you, more heartbroken than you, and more alone than you. And yet, they're still working. They're not waiting for life to be fair. They're not waiting for someone to notice them. They're not waiting for likes, views, or applause. They're busy building while you're busy refreshing. That's the difference. Winners don't wait to be seen. They become so good that nobody can ignore them anymore. Listen carefully. You need to understand something important. Nobody will care about your dream until you've already succeeded. Nobody will believe in your vision until you've proven it works. People only support what's safe to believe in. That's why you must become your own army. You have to build when nobody is watching. You have to improve when nobody is clapping. You have to keep grinding when nobody says thank you. Because the world doesn't respect effort. It doesn't care about passion or potential. The only thing it respects is results. And here's your warning: if you keep waiting for other people to encourage you, you'll die with your dreams still trapped inside you. You'll spend your whole life almost achieving something, almost reaching your goals, but never finishing. You'll become one of those sad voices that say, "I could have been great if someone had just given me a chance." But the truth is, you didn't need a chance. You needed courage. So from this moment, make this your rule. Clap for yourself. Work for yourself. Prove to yourself what you're capable of. Because nobody is coming to rescue you. Nobody is coming to push you. Nobody is coming to care. And that's exactly why you must work twice as hard, twice as focused, and do it all in silence until your results are so strong that the world has no choice but to notice. Pain is real, I know. You've been through things that broke you: betrayal, loss, humiliation, depression, rejection. Maybe you're still fighting through all of that right now. You tell yourself, "I need time. I'm not ready yet. I'm healing." You think pain destroyed you. But let me tell you what really broke you. You believed pain was a prison. You thought it was something that trapped you. You never realized that pain can be a weapon. Pain is not your enemy. It's not here to ruin you. It's here to build you into something untouchable. Pain is proof that you're still alive, still capable of change. But if you don't use it, someone else will. While you hide in silence, someone else is using their pain to rise higher than you. While you cry yourself to sleep, someone else is crying too, but they're doing it while lifting weights, while studying, while creating. While you stay in bed trying to forget, someone else is facing their fears by learning new skills. While you waste your pain on old memories, someone else is turning their pain into momentum. You say you hate pain, but that's not true. What you really hate is responsibility. Because if you truly accepted pain as fuel, you'd have to start working. You'd have to push harder, stay disciplined, and give up your excuses. It's easier to say, "I'm not ready," than to say, "I'm scared." But the truth is, pain doesn't stop you, fear does. So stop seeing pain as something that holds you back. Start using it as something that pushes you forward. Every scar, every tear, every sleepless night, it's not punishment. It's preparation. The world won't remember how much you suffered. It will only remember what you built despite the suffering. You say you want to grow, but deep down, you want comfort. You want to feel safe, understood, and praised. But let me tell you a truth that stings: comfort doesn't build kings. Comfort doesn't create legends. Comfort destroys potential. It buries dreams before they ever wake up. Look at a boxer, face bleeding, eyes swollen, yet he's still standing. Look at a mother, holding her baby with one arm and studying from an old torn book with the other. Look at the young woman who used to beg for a job at a store. Now she owns it. None of them asked for sympathy. None of them needed validation. There was no applause, no spotlight, no motivational music. Just quiet, focused rage turned into purpose. Pain is pressure. And pressure is what creates diamonds. But remember, under the same pressure, soft minds shatter. So ask yourself, are you a diamond or are you just dust? Here's a truth most people won't dare to tell you. You don't need to heal before you rise. You need to rise so you can heal. You don't become strong after the pain is over. You become strong inside the pain. That's where growth lives. Stop letting pain sit inside you like poison. Don't let it rot your soul. Turn it into fire. Let it burn so fiercely that people feel your energy before they even see your face. You have only two choices now: use your pain or be destroyed by it. You've been showing up every single day. You've lost sleep. You've skipped parties. You've given up comfort, peace, and time. You've sacrificed more than anyone knows. And still, nobody notices. No one claps. No one texts you, "I'm proud of you." No one says, "I see your effort." And that hurts. You feel invisible. You feel unseen. But here's something you must tattoo inside your mind. Your sacrifices are invisible, and that's your greatest strength. When nobody is watching, you're free. Free to build without pressure. Free to fail without judgment. Free to rise without anyone calculating your every step. The strongest people in the world, the real ones, were built in silence. While others showed off fake progress online, they were sharpening their weapons in the dark. They didn't need to post about their struggle. They were too busy winning battles nobody even knew existed. So stop craving attention. Stop needing applause. The raw truth is simple. If you want the world to notice your hard work, then work so long, so hard, and so relentlessly that even your enemies are forced to whisper your name. But until that day comes, stay invisible. Stay dangerous. Don't roar before the kill. Lions don't roar while hunting. They move silently, focused, patient, and then they strike with power no one sees coming. That's how you must live. Let your silence be your strength. Let your results make the noise. Because when the world finally hears you, it won't be from your words, it will be from your victory. Lions don't roar when they hunt. Assassins don't shout before they strike. Builders don't post every single brick they lay. If you want people to respect your results, then disappear for a while. Stop broadcasting your pain. Stop announcing your struggle. Just shut up and build. The world will see you when it's too late to stop you. Until then, keep bleeding in silence. Keep training in silence. Keep sacrificing in silence. Every lonely hour, every silent tear, every moment you suffer without telling anyone, it's shaping a version of you that no one will be able to ignore later. So don't beg for attention. Don't ask for validation. Ask yourself just one question: how much more can I take and still keep going? Because that's where real power lives. Right now, you're waiting. You're still hoping someone will notice your effort, someone will save you, someone will finally say, "I believe in you. I've got your back." You're not alone. But here's the harsh truth: no one is coming. And the longer you wait for help, the deeper you'll sink. You have two choices in this life: become your own hero or stay a victim forever. You keep saying, "My family never helped me. My partner doesn't understand me. My friends don't check on me." Good. Let them go. Because the moment you stop expecting support from others, you unlock a version of yourself that's unstoppable. When you stop needing others to push you, you begin to push yourself harder than ever. Every strong person you admire today, the leaders, the creators, the legends, they were once exactly where you are. Alone. Ignored. Unsupported. But here's the difference: they didn't cry for help. They became the help. They looked in the mirror and saw the only person who could save them. That reflection, tired eyes, worn-out face, that was their warrior. That was their rescuer. And that's yours too. Look at yourself in the mirror. That person staring back at you, that's your lifeline. That's your savior. That's the one who will pull you out of every storm. Nobody understands your pain like you do. Nobody knows your past like you do. Nobody feels the fire inside you except you. So who else could possibly lead you through it? Picture this: a man stands before the mirror. His face looks tired. His eyes are filled with pain. But slowly, his reflection begins to change. The fear fades. The weakness melts away. The reflection hardens, sharper, colder, stronger. That's not a different man. That's the real one. The one hidden beneath all the excuses, the sadness, the waiting. The one who finally realized that power doesn't come from others, it comes from surviving everything that tried to destroy you. So stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop hoping the world will understand. Stand in front of the mirror and decide, this is the day I save myself. Because the moment you do that, you stop being a victim and start becoming a force. And when that happens, the world will have no choice but to notice. He's not looking for a savior anymore, he's becoming one. He finally understands that the world doesn't care how he feels. The world only respects what he does. And if you still believe that someone is going to come fix your life, you've already lost. Stop calling for help. Stop waiting for rescue. Start training for war. Be the person your younger self needed. Be the protector you used to pray for. Be the provider, the fighter, the storm. Your story changes the moment you stop playing the victim and start becoming the weapon. You keep saying, I'm not feeling it today. You keep saying, I'm tired. I'll start tomorrow. You wait for inspiration like it's some kind of magic. But that's exactly why you're still stuck, because you've become a slave to motivation. You only move when it feels good. You only act when you're excited. And the moment things get hard, boring, or silent, you vanish. You stop. You've been fooled by those hustle culture videos that tell you motivation is everything. They lied to you. Motivation is weak. It fades fast. It disappears when life gets heavy. Discipline is what matters. Discipline is not loud or exciting. Discipline is brutal, and that's why it works. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is a soldier. Motivation gets you started. Discipline gets you finished. So here's your real wake-up call. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel inspired. Start training yourself to move, even when you don't want to. You don't need motivation to wake up early. You need discipline. You don't need motivation to work when you're sad. You need discipline. You don't need motivation to stay consistent when no one is watching. You need discipline like a religion, a code, a law that you never break. Think about this. A student opens his book while his friends are partying. A young man does push-ups on a rainy rooftop when everyone else is asleep. A woman with swollen eyes still walks into a job interview after crying all night. These people are not motivated. They are disciplined beasts. You say you want success? Then make it boring. Make your routines so simple, so repetitive, so unexciting that everyone else quits because they can't handle the silence. Success is not fireworks, it's quiet repetition done every single day. And here's the truth, your real enemy is not failure. Your enemy is inconsistency. You don't fail because you're not smart enough or talented enough. You fail because you stop showing up. You stop doing the small things that actually build success. Every time you quit, you kill your own momentum. Every time you take a break for a few days, you start over again from zero. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't wait for mood swings or motivation. Discipline shows up no matter what, in the rain, in the dark, in pain, in silence. That's why it wins every time. So stop chasing motivation. Build discipline. Build a system so strong that even on your worst day, you still move forward. Because that's what real strength looks like, showing up even when you don't want to. You wonder why you're not getting results. It's because you only work on the good days. You quit the moment things stop feeling exciting. You slow down when it gets painful. You take breaks when you haven't even earned the right to rest. That's not motivation, that's weakness. And weakness is killing your future. So here's the new rule for your life. From now on, you wake up, show up, and do the work no matter how you feel. Because life doesn't reward emotions. It rewards consistency. Life doesn't care about how inspired you are, it cares about how disciplined you are. And discipline is what makes you unstoppable, even when everything inside you screams, stop. Be soft in your heart, but ruthless in your habits. No more skipping days. No more, I'll do it tomorrow. No more waiting for motivation to appear. From today, you move like a machine. You train like a shadow. You grow like a silent army. You talk too much. You post every time you do something right. You show off your workout. You brag about your goals. You tell people your plans, thinking it makes you powerful. But here's the truth you don't want to face: real power doesn't talk. It shows. You keep explaining yourself to people, trying to make them understand your vision. You hope they'll see your potential, believe in you, support you. But why are you still begging for attention? Why do you need approval so badly? If you have to tell people you're winning, you're not really winning. Silence is not weakness. Silence is not fear. Silence is war. The most dangerous people in the world don't announce what they're about to do. They move quietly and leave with everything. They don't post their plans, they execute them. So stop uploading your progress. Stop explaining your dreams. Stop shouting about your next move. Every time you talk, you give people something to measure, something to mock, something to wait for. Don't give them that power. Let them laugh. Let them doubt you. Let them forget your name. Because when you rise, and you will, you won't knock on the door. You'll break it down. That's how silent winners move. Picture this: a gym late at night, the lights off except for one bulb. One person is still inside, training alone. No music, no cameras, no posts. Just effort. Just sweat. Somewhere else, a phone lies face down, notifications off. A book is open. Notes are being written in silence. A laptop screen glows faintly in a dark room. A single person types, learning, creating, pushing forward while everyone else scrolls and sleeps. No witnesses. No praise. No noise. That's what success looks like: quiet work. No hashtags. No applause. Just progress built in darkness, where nobody is watching. And one day, when the results appear, they won't understand how you did it. They'll call you lucky. But you'll know the truth. You earned it in silence. So stop talking. Stop proving. Start building. Because the next time they hear your name, it won't be from your mouth, it'll be from your impact. A laptop screen glows in the dark. 10 tabs open. One person studying quietly. No live stream. No post. No caption. Just focus. They mocked you when you failed, so don't give them another chance to see you struggle. Make your next move in total silence. Disappear for 6 months. Learn new skills. Get stronger. Build muscle. Stack income. Upgrade every part of yourself, mind, body, and soul, without telling anyone. And when you return, come back with results so powerful that they can't sleep without hearing your name. Remember this truth: revenge is loud, but success whispers and destroys. You give up too early. You rest too soon. You stop when it gets hard. You cry the moment life gets heavy. You see pressure as punishment, but here's what no one ever told you. If you don't train yourself to enjoy pain, pain will train you to enjoy regret. You think the world owes you comfort. You believe you deserve balance, peace, and easy healing. You've convinced yourself that self-love means avoiding struggle. But it doesn't. You don't need healing, you need hardening. You've suffered, yes, but you haven't transformed. Because the first time life hit you, you stopped. The first time things got heavy, you broke. The first time you failed, you called it trauma instead of training. Meanwhile, somewhere out there, someone else is walking through hell and still showing up. Still pushing. Still silent. Still fighting. You say you want greatness? Then understand this. Greatness requires voluntary suffering. You don't become strong by accident. You become strong by choosing the hard path again and again, by bleeding for a future that doesn't even exist yet. Because if your mind is soft, it doesn't matter how many motivational videos you watch, you will still lose. Picture this: a man running alone at night, vomiting from exhaustion, no cameras, no audience, just effort. A woman studying by candlelight while her family sleeps, eyes burning but refusing to stop. Someone doing push-ups until their arms collapse, then crawling forward anyway. These are not superheroes. They're not lucky. They're built. They train not for today's comfort, but for tomorrow's pain. Because they know pain always comes back, and when it does, they'll be ready. When pain returns, they won't flinch. They won't beg. They won't break. They'll smile, because now they're built for it. That's the level you must reach. Train so hard that even pain looks at you and says, "We've already tried." That's power, not the kind you post about, but the kind you carry quietly. The strength no one sees, but everyone feels when you walk in the room. So stop asking for comfort. Stop chasing healing. Start training for war. Because comfort ends when growth begins, and the ones who survive aren't the softest, they're the toughest. Every rep, every tear, every quiet hour in the dark, it's building the version of you that the world won't recognize until it's too late. Be that person. The one who bleeds in silence and rises without warning. He's tried everything. She's pushed past every limit. They're not breaking. They're not stopping. Most people fear pain. Most people run from it. Most people avoid it. But starting today, you run toward it. You grab it. You make pain your daily partner. Because in a world full of comfort addicts, pain becomes your secret weapon. Stop telling yourself, "At least I tried. At least I showed up. At least I didn't quit." Effort is not enough. Intentions are meaningless. Trying doesn't get results, results do. The world doesn't care about your effort. It only cares about what you deliver. You thought almost mattered. You thought effort equals greatness. You thought trying was proof of courage. You're wrong. In this life, effort without results is invisible. Nobody reads the almost section of your biography. Nobody celebrates the person who almost won. Medals don't go to the one who ran hard. They go to the one who crossed the finish line. Triumph is all that matters. You planned a business, but never launched it. You wrote a book, but never published it. You practiced speeches in front of the mirror, but never stood on stage. Stop pretending that intentions are progress. Stop calling trying growth. Intentions without action are just excuses, beautiful lies you tell yourself to feel better. Deep down, you know it. You know you are built for more. And yet, you hide behind trying as a shield. Trying doesn't feed your family. Trying doesn't pay the bills. Trying doesn't change your life. Only execution changes your life. Think about it. Does a lion survive if it almost catches its prey? Does a soldier win a war if he only intends to fight? Does a surgeon save a life if he just means to operate correctly? No. You either deliver or you fail. You either win or you lose. Here's the harsh truth no one will tell you. If you don't finish what you start, someone else will. Someone hungrier, stronger, and relentless will take what you imagined for yourself. The world doesn't reward the patient. It rewards the relentless. It rewards those who stop at nothing. Stop hiding behind effort. Stop hiding behind excuses. Stop waiting for the stars to align or for permission to rise. Stop thinking trying is enough. You were built for action. Built for results. Built for execution. So act. Launch the business. Publish the book. Step on the stage. Execute your plan. Deliver. Finish. Win. Because in the end, the world doesn't remember what you almost did. It remembers what you actually accomplished. You will be forgotten if you don't act. Maybe that's your deepest fear, that you'll die with all your talents still inside you, that your name will leave no mark, that you'll be buried next to your dreams. Both of you wasted. But if you're hearing this, it's not too late. It's painful. It's heavy. It's terrifying. But it's not too late. Stop being the one with potential. Stop being the one who tries. Be the one who finishes. Be the one who executes. Be the one who leaves no story untold. After all your pain, all your silence, all your sacrifice, you deserve to be remembered for what you built, not for what you dreamed. If you've made it this far, you already know. Nobody is coming. Nobody cares. And that is your greatest power. The world doesn't owe you love, support, or validation. It owes you nothing. But that's the best part, because when no one's watching, you are free. Free to suffer in silence. Free to build in the dark. Free to rise from nothing and shock the world. Stop making excuses. Stop blaming the past. Stop scrolling, doubting, whining. Your future doesn't care about your story. It only responds to your discipline. Here's the challenge: disappear. Work. Sacrifice. Stay angry. Stay silent. Come back so powerful that even your enemies applaud. If you don't want to be average, stop living like everyone else. You don't need another video. You don't need another quote. You don't need another voice telling you to start. You need to become the voice. The voice that wakes you at 4 a.m. The voice that makes you train when it hurts. The voice that makes you study when you're exhausted. The voice that says, I don't care how I feel. I care about who I'm becoming. If you want, I can now merge all the sections you've sent into a single, ultra-intense motivational script that flows perfectly from start to finish. Essentially, a full-length, no excuses, build in silence, dominate your life manifesto. From this day forward, your comfort is your enemy, your pain is your gift, and your silence is your strategy. Now get up, shut up, and work so hard that even God rewrites your story. You were not born to be average. You were not born to be forgotten. You were born to fight, to build, to leave a legacy. And if no one else will say it to you, I will. I believe in your discipline, not your dreams. Now go. Make yourself impossible to ignore.